The Army used to say, be all you can be, which means be great and rise above the level of mediocrity. There is nothing wrong with striving to be better. But in the fitness world, striving to be better means trying to reach a level that is cancerous to your body, to your soul, and to your mind. Striving for perfection leads to chronic discontentment. And that, my friend, in the bodybuilding world can be deadly. This is today's Quick Hitter. You know, it's one thing to give a lot of reasons why you think Joe Lindner died, and a lot of it just seems very surfacey to me. And I think at some point you have to get down to what are the root causes that keeps making this type of event happen and shattering people's lives, especially at such an early age. And so after watching numerous videos of different guys having all different brands of explanations, and I have my own, as to why Joe Lindner died, the tragedy is not that he died. The tragedy is that he died needlessly. In the fitness industry, the root cause of it all, I believe, is discontentment. And discontentment in the fitness industry or the bodybuilding world is deadly. At its core, and by definition, discontentment is literally just a dissatisfaction with your circumstances. That can mean your personal lot in life. It can mean the way you're built. It can mean your financial situation. It can mean anything. We can become chronically discontent about any area of our life. Now, let me just say this. There is a positive side to discontentment as well. Discontentment is also a great motivator. If you do not like your lot in life, you can work harder to try to make more money to improve your family situation. If you are overweight, a little bit of discontentment is a good thing because it is a powerful motivator to get you to lose weight and become the person you would like to be. So discontentment is not all bad. But discontentment, when it becomes chronic, like I believe is the root cause of the fitness industry, then you have a problem. Because discontentment on this level is deadly. So let me give you 4 quick things that discontentment does. And I mean chronic discontentment, not the discontentment that spurs you on to do great things in life. I'm talking about the kind of discontentment that you cannot be happy with anything in your life. And number 1, it will cause you to do things you thought you'd never do. Look at Joe Lindner. Look at your situation. Look at my situation. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would be a guy that was loaded out on steroids, diuretics, all kinds of drugs, just in order to reach what I thought was physical perfection, which, by the way, you will never reach. And so if you are discontent, you will constantly reach for something that you cannot attain. Discontentment will drive you to places you just never thought you would go. The second thing I want to tell you is the negative impact it has on your mental health. When you are discontent, especially chronically, you can have severe impact on your mental health and a constant dissatisfaction and a focus on what is lacking or unsatisfactory in your life. It leads to stress and anxiety, depression. And so it will lead to a constant cycle of trying to do more, trying to go harder, being depressed because you're not reaching an unrealistic goal that you can never reach. And so it's like a washing machine. All you do is go around in circles and you never get out. So it leads to a lack of good mental health. I'm telling you, dissatisfaction is a constant striving and a never-ending cycle. You will never get out, and you will never find satisfaction or contentment or peace of mind. It's one thing to strive for something in a positive way. It's another thing to become so discontent that you cannot focus on any other part of your life other than this one area. If you look at bodybuilders and you look at fitness gurus and you look at these fitness influencers, their life is all and ever consumed around this one thing. And instead of being well-rounded people, we become people that are so focused nobody wants to be around us. I used to say all the time, look, I may be a bodybuilder, but I'm not defined by that. I have a master's degree. I am not a meathead. Guys, if you want to talk about anything, I will sit down and have a conversation with you. But do not ever consider me a meathead, because I am wanting to be, and I've always striven to be, a well-rounded person. The next thing, or the third thing, is it will strain your relationships. Discontentment often spills over onto your relationships. It leads to a lack of appreciation for the people and the relationships in your life. You will project your discontentment on them. Bodybuilders are so discontent relationally. They jump from one relationship to another. Why? Because they see this body and they think that's great. Then they see that body and they think that's great. They're discontent, and they're chronically discontent. Why? Because they're discontent with themselves. You will never be satisfied. You will never find satisfaction within yourself. In the body, cells produce what are called free radicals. And these free radicals, if they are not taken care of with the proper nutrition or the proper medications, what happens? They lead to death of cells and early disease and aging, and they lead to an early death. And so this free radical of discontent in your life will eventually kill you. It will destroy your relationships, and you become overly critical of those in your life. Why? Again, because you are discontent in yourself. You'll become demanding and dismissive of those around you. Why? Because you see in them what you see in yourself. You will project on them. You will become so critical of them. And the fact that they don't measure up, it's because you don't feel like you measure up. We will lose the moments that we are given, and we will be focused so much on this one area of our life that we will miss the people and the joys around us. Now, the last thing is it hinders your personal growth. You will never feel fulfilled if you are chronically discontent. You will never get to a point where you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I look good. I like where I'm at. Rockefeller, when he was the richest man in the world, he was asked in an interview, how much money does it take to make you content? And his answer, just one more dollar. So discontentment will make you have a focus on what is lacking in you than appreciating and building upon what you already have. And so you will miss out on all of the good things, not just with yourself, but with those around you. You have to learn to be content within yourself. Now, having said all of those things, true contentment is only found in God. The Apostle Paul said, I have learned that whatever state I'm in, therewith I can be content. And so for me, I found my true contentment in 2019 when I got my life right with God. And that moment, I said, God, I am content with whatever I am and with whoever you choose for me to be. This is all up to you. You see, discontentment is all about who you trust with your life. Do not trust yourself, because you're not a good manager of your own life.